Welcome to the Hirshhorn Museum in Washington, D.C., a Smithsonian museum dedicated to modern and contemporary art. Founded in 1974, following a significant donation of over 6,000 artworks by philanthropist Joseph H. Hirshhorn, the museum is renowned for its unique architecture and extensive collection of post-war art. Heading to the lower lobby level, we are surrounded by the immersive installation by Barbara Kruger, called Belief and Doubt. Kruger has focused increasingly over the past 2 decades on creating environments that surround the viewer with language. The entire space, including walls, floor, and escalator sides, is wrapped in text-printed vinyl, immersing visitors in a spectacular hall of voices, where words crafted by the artist or borrowed from the popular lexicon address conflicting perceptions of democracy, power, and belief. Also on the lower lobby, you will find the amazing Basquiat and Banksy exhibit that primarily focuses on the interconnected boy and dog paintings by each of the artists. Banksy's Basquiat, Boy and Dog in Stop and Search, not only pays homage to Basquiat's earlier work, Boy and Dog in a Johnny Pump, but also amplifies his work's latent themes by situating them within a contemporary political framework. The exhibition also includes 20 small Basquiat works on paper and wood from the collection of Laurie Walsh. On the second floor, you will find the Revolutions exhibit, art from the Hirshhorn collection, 1860 to 1960. This gallery inaugurates the museum's 50th anniversary season with a major survey of artwork made during a transformative period, characterized by new currents in science and philosophy and ever-increasing mechanization. In its first rotation, it presents 208 artworks in the museum's permanent collection by 117 artists. Revolution spotlights the rush of art, historical movements and genres that characterized the arc of modernism and the ascendancy of abstraction, notably through the work of artists interested in engaging the mind, not just the eye. Through its rotations, you will find works by Francis Bacon, Jean Dubuffet, Lee Krasner, Wilfredo Lamb, Georgia O'Keeffe, Pablo Picasso, and Jackson Pollock, made during a century of turbulent and energetic years. The exhibition also includes contemporary work by artists such as Turquoise Dason, Annette Lemieux, and Flora Yuknevich, demonstrating how revolutionary ideas and approaches from those 100 years still remain critical today. Also on the second floor, you will find the Four Talks exhibition by Laurie Anderson. Laurie Anderson is one of the leading multimedia artists of our time, and her innovative work in performance, music, technology, and visual art has profoundly influenced popular culture for more than 40 years. In 2021, the Hirshhorn invited Anderson to create a new work on site. Anderson worked 10-hour days at the museum for more than 2 weeks, painting directly on the walls and floors of this large gallery and covering nearly every inch with stories, song lyrics, jokes, and commentary on current events. Painting in a stream of consciousness manner without preparatory sketches, she created an enveloping and intensely personal installation that takes visitors on a journey through her mind. The installation's title, Four Talks, refers to the 4 sculptures, a raven, a parrot, a canoe, and a shelf, at its center, each accompanied by a pithy story or text passage. Monumentally scaled, conceptually rich, and visually captivating, Four Talks, currently on long-term view on the second floor outer ring, represents a key achievement in Anderson's career. Moving to the third floor, we head into the Endless Story exhibit by OSGEMEOS. Unlike the other exhibits, you do need to get passes for timed entrance to this gallery. There is no costs for the passes, but you do have to reserve them online from the Hirshhorn website to get your entrance time. In the waiting area, before entering the gallery itself, you are entertained by a huge animated projection that fills up the full wall of the space. It is a vibrant OSGEMEOS-like character who takes out a graffiti spray can as a reference to the amazing, building-size, whimsical, cartoon-like street art murals the twin artists are so famous for creating. The animation is fun to watch as you wait for your time to enter the exhibition. Upon entering the gallery, you are immediately bombarded with pictures and animations of OSGEMEOS' amazing works. OSGEMEOS is Portuguese for the twins and refers to the identical twin brothers Gustavo and Otavio Pandolfo, who created these pieces. Endless Story frames OSGEMEOS' origin story and highlights the evolution of their work. It also includes pieces that influenced them, including their mother's embroidery. This year-long, almost full-floor exhibit represents the first U.S. museum survey and largest U.S. exhibition of OSGEMEOS' work. It brings together approximately 1,000 artworks, photographs, and archival materials to highlight the trajectory of their collaborative multidisciplinary practice, including the roots of their fantastical artistic language, inspired by their upbringing in urban Brazil. They were also influenced by breakdancing and graffiti, life, nature, dreams, sci-fi, the supernatural, and music like American hip-hop. The twin brothers were born in 1974 in São Paulo, Brazil, and grew up drawing together, often side by side on the same sheet of paper. During their childhood, the twins created Tritres, a mystical, dreamlike imaginative realm that serves as the foundation for much of their artistic work. Tritres is populated by OSGEMEOS' signature characters with large heads, lanky bodies, and surreal features. The twins describe Tritres as their soul and a parallel world that exists within them, emphasizing its deeply personal and spiritual significance. They believe everyone has their own version of Tritres, but may forget or fear to access it. The universe is inspired by their shared dreams, Brazilian culture, hip-hop, graffiti traditions, and elements of sci-fi and the supernatural. Hip-hop and music consistently shaped their work, like this piece, where faces emerge from 92 speakers above a gramophone boombox. Emerging from this first section, we reach an open, bright space, with a few couches, where you can pause and relax, looking out the large windows over the city before continuing. In addition to hip-hop, Gustavo and Otavio inherited a taste for classical music and opera from their grandfather, and this is reflected in this next installation, Moon Room. Through the windows of a fabricated home, a glowing crescent moon rests in an immersive bedroom, while Luciano Pavarotti fills the air. Continuing down the hall, we enter the Places Gallery. The works here exemplify OSGEMEOS' depiction of real and imagined places. Many of their paintings refer to the landscapes of Brazil. Other works in this gallery envision places far from home, including even science fiction interests like UFOs and aliens. In the next gallery, we reach the twins' zoetrope. A zoetrope is a 19th century device that produced the illusion of motion before the invention of cinema. To the right of the animation, you find the physical zoetrope that OSGEMEOS created, with each of the sculptures being hand-carved over the course of about 5 months. OSGEMEOS' work was inspired by graffiti. In this gallery, you find a large yellow cabinet sculpted in the shape of graffiti letters. There are also paintings of OSGEMEOS figures and trains, which were often used as canvases for graffiti. The final gallery has an array of lightboxes showing photographs of graffiti that the artists created in São Paulo. Many of the works in this room show the collaboration of OSGEMEOS with some of the world's most celebrated artists, many of whom also come from graffiti backgrounds. We see works the twins created with Martha Cooper, Jose Palla, and even other family members. We also find 2 paintings created with Banksy. One depicts an OSGEMEOS figure amid riot police, painted by Banksy, while the other shows a policeman by Banksy amid a crowd of colorful OSGEMEOS characters. After visiting the OSGEMEOS exhibit, we walked through the 3rd-level inner circle galleries to admire the final exhibition, Mark Bradford's Pickett's Charge. Pickett's Charge is one of Bradford's largest works to date. Filling the inner gallery circle, it spans nearly 400 linear feet. This work was inspired by French artist Paul Philippeau's 19th century cyclorama, currently on view in Gettysburg National Military Park, Pennsylvania. Philippeau's cyclorama depicts Pickett's Charge, the final charge of the Battle of Gettysburg, which historians cite as the critical turning point of the Civil War, and, consequently, of American history. Working with a combination of colored paper and reproductions of the original, Bradford transformed the historic Gettysburg imagery into a series of 8 powerful abstract paintings. By cutting, tearing, and scraping through the layers, Bradford reveals the hidden textures and complexities lurking just beneath the surface. The resulting work weaves together past and present, illusion and abstraction, inviting visitors to reconsider how narratives about American history are shaped and contested. Posed with his trademark fearlessness, Bradford's open questions, or rather the deliberations his work elicits, are particularly timely in contemporary America. He examines how history is remembered and memorialized, critiquing traditional narratives that sanitize or simplify America's violent past. In sum, Mark Bradford's Pickett's Charge transforms a moment from Civil War history into a powerful commentary on memory, identity, and the ongoing struggle for justice in America. And that finishes our full virtual tour of the Hirshhorn Museum in Washington, D.C. We hope you enjoyed it and found this video informative. Please like, follow, and subscribe.